everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today it is the first update for my full collection project pan. If you are new here or didn't see the intro to this, I will have it linked below. Basically this is what it says on the tin. It is a project pan involving my full makeup collection. So on my spreadsheet where I track all of my makeup and what I've used, and it's very geeky and I love it, I've got a sheet, I was going to say page, that's what that was, with everything in my makeup and fragrance collection. Well, it's just body sprays, I don't have perfumes on there. And I also took away some other things that were a little bit more expensive that I don't want to just blow through panning. I'd rather use them sparingly. So it's an abridged full collection. But what I did in my intro was I used a random number generator to select 5 products to work on until they were completely finished. And I have an empty this month, which is very exciting. So I will be replacing that with a new product. And when I have 10 empties, I will do a finale video and then do another intro to like the second round of this, where I'll pick up a new batch of 5 products. Because I don't want to just be like stuck working on like the same blusher for 12 years. The point of this is to like get use from my whole collection and like kind of work through things, and like obviously if I pull a palette, I'm going to be then using other stuff in that palette, and like it's meant to make me use more stuff. That's the plan. So the empty was my lip balm. This is the raspberry lip balm. It's a Love Hearts lip balm in raspberry scent. That at the top is just the plastic I even dug into a little bit. It did smell nice. It was just like a basic lip balm. I didn't notice it did like wonders for my lips. My lips weren't like super dry when I was using this, but I got through it really quickly. Like this was brand new a month ago, and I finished it like a week ago now, like beginning of December. I'm talking this on the 11th, so I probably just finished this a week ago, yeah. So that's done. And then the other products, this is so close to being done. This is my Revolution Matte Base Pore Blurring Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 6.5. I was going to film this the other day, so I marked it here, but it's actually like below that now. It's like, this is what I have left. There's not a lot, which I'm glad about. I think I've decided I don't love this. Like, it's okay, and it's cheap, which is why I feel like it's going to suck me in again to buy it, but it isn't great. Like, if you wear glasses, this thing just wears off like no other. It really wears off awfully. Like, you could bake with a whole thing of loose powder, and like you could use a whole bottle of setting spray, and this would still wear off. Like, it's awful. Like, it's really not good. Like, it rubs off really easily. It also, when you apply it, if you use a brush, you then have to go over it with a sponge, which I don't mind doing, but it's not my fave. It also, I found this like, it doesn't keep me matte all day, and I've said before, I don't think you can put like a matte finish all day down to just one product. You need to find the right primer, the right foundation, and the right powder, and the right setting spray to get a matte finish all day, but this just wouldn't help. So, not a fan. My Makeup Gallery Feeling Blusher in the shade Soft Blush. So much blush in that. I don't know if you can tell the difference. It probably looks a bit scratched up because I was scraped off some of this to mix with a bit of California from Benefit, because I was working on that for 6 by Santa, which I'm going to call quits like early because that blush is not going to be done. Spoiler alert. But yeah. So I've worn away a bit of this, but I don't know how much you get in here because it doesn't say. But I feel like this is going to probably be with us till the end. I'd be lucky if I hit pan on it, but it is a nice like everyday blusher shade, so I don't mind using it every day. It's from Poundland. It's really nice. I've got my Too True Eyeshadow Dazzler in number 6. This is a silver loose glitter, and again I marked this the other day and I've used it only once since I marked it, so it's actually probably the same, but it's down to here. I was here last time and now I'm down to here, so I used quite a lot. I could get this finished maybe by next month's update. We'll have to see. I've been really liking this on like the inner third of my lid, and it's just been really nice because it's like obviously Christmas time and like festive and fun. However, if there's still some of this left come January, I'm just going to like franken this into some kind of like all over lid shade, because I'm probably not going to be then using it as much like as an actual shadow on its own. but it is pretty and I've been really enjoying it, and I'm like mad at myself for like not using this for as long as I've had it. I've had this for so long, and I've probably used it like twice. And it's so old that it was my friend's and she gave it to me. Like, this thing's old. And then finally, the shadow from my Morphe Plum Pleasures palette. This is the shade Era, which is the shade right here that you can see. Last month it was brand new, I'd never touched the shade, and now it has a very big pan. I've got like just the outer ring of product left, which even that is quite flattened out. So this, there's not a lot in here. This, maybe not next month. I imagine these will both be done like end of January. But for both of those, actually, I also need to finish stuff in my little sleek Iron Cheek palette, because this palette is just quite cumbersome, and I have been using this a lot lately, but I wanted to use some other palettes. I repressed some of that brown shade just into this pan here because I've been using it in my eyebrows and just to like deepen up my like crease a little bit. So I just repress a little bit at a time into here and use it that way. But I've also made two Franken shadows, so that this one has a bit of the glitter in it and then like a burgundy shadow. So it's just like a nice lid shade for me. I've been really enjoying that. And then I also made like a transition shade with it, which has been perfect because then I can like use it every day but in different ways. So that's fun. But now it is time to pick our new product. So I've got between numbers 1 and 403. Everything is split into like individual pans on here, and I do have all of my products on here that are also in other project pans, so if I draw one of those I won't use it. The only reason they're on here is because if I don't finish them in particular projects, I can just like unhighlight them and then they're already on here rather than having to remember to add them. That's just how I chose to do it. So 1 to 403. 207, that's going to be an eyeshadow, isn't it? So 207 is this shade here from my Plum Pleasures palette, the shade Royal. It is basically the same as the one I'm working on. Like, I'll swatch them for you both. I'll swatch them both for you. They're both dark browns. So I'm going to redraw that because I don't want to work on like two of like the same colour, you know? 63. So number 63 is my MUA Brow Define Micro Eyebrow Pencil. So I will mark this on a bit of paper at some point before I start using it. I bought this over the summer. I didn't actually love this. So it's just a micro brow pencil. There's not a huge amount in there. I think what I'm going to do with this is, while I'm working on that shadow still, is use this just for like the tail of my brow. That's it there. Going to use this on the tail of my brow because I don't love brow powders. I said this before, but that one I'm using, I can use it in, like, the reason is because it's like I can use it in the front of my brow and it's fine, but once you get to the tail I just find it's like a mess. So it's good to have this. I can use this, use them together, so that would be fine. So yeah, that is this update. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. Let me know any like video ideas you've got for me, any things you want to see, requests, that's the word. And if you're doing a project like this, because I would love to check it out. Yes, I'll see you all very soon. Bye everyone.